All right, soccer fans, welcome into the Ontario Soccer Centre Indoor Fieldhouse as we get you set for the final day of action here at the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase, Ontario vs. Quebec Series, presented by Gatorade Canada. We'll start this morning's broadcast with the U16 boys' first of two feature matches here as we're coming to you live through the Ontario Soccer live stream channel. My name is Nico Cardarelli, providing the play-by-play commentary. We're playing two 40-minute halves here with the U16 boys, just like we have all weekend long. Team Quebec will be wearing the white kits, a little bit of blue and black on the front, white shorts, white socks. They'll be defending the goal to your screen right and working right to left across the screen to start this match. Team Ontario wearing the all red kits, white numbering on their backs, a little bit of white trim along the shoulders and throughout the shorts as well, as they get set to play their final match here of the weekend in their division. All these teams between the U15s, U16s, and U18 divisions playing 3 games this weekend against each other, these interprovincial squads. As in yesterday's matchup, these two teams battled to a 1-1 draw. So it should be an interesting game here as we get you set for the opening kickoff. And we want to thank Gatorade Canada, the official sports fuel of Ontario Soccer's Provincial Xcel program, for presenting today's broadcast. Gatorade Canada, a leader in fueling athletic performance. While the Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec Series, presented by Gatorade Canada, features top players from the U14, 15, 16, and 18 divisions. Provincial Xcel team selections take place over the course of a calendar year, where players are identified through the Ontario Player Development League or through talent on location days for players who are not currently enrolled in the pathway. The officials check the nets. It's an exciting weekend here because Canada Soccer Xcel technical staff will be present to scout these players for potential invites to Canada Soccer National Xcel environments. And of course, at this age group, the U16 level, you never know. We could be watching some future stars of tomorrow today. Who knows? Maybe some of these young men in front of us today could end up representing Canada at the World Cup 2026. It's not that far-fetched at all, but we're just about set for the opening kickoff here in the U16 boys division. Referee blows his whistle. Quebec kicks us off, and we're underway, and they look to start this match on a quick note, as that was Châtel sending the long ball up the pitch, and now they'll try calm things down just a little bit as the captain, Ferraro, playing that one back to the keeper. Starting keeper for Team Quebec, Alexis Martin, getting the nod in net as Ferraro picks up the ball, tries to play that one back. Deland steps and takes the space in front of him. Under pressure, he dishes off, and that's picked up by Brunet. Ferraro switching it to the far flank as Diobate drops it back for Eladi. Ontario pressuring and Taking a bit of a collision there was Zendelik for Team Ontario, but he seems to be fine and moving on. I believe it's Malachi Domfrey who's getting the starting goal for Team Ontario in this match, as Team Quebec get a throw in right at the halfway line. So tossed in, and Team Quebec try advance, but that ball out of play. Possession turned over. Quebec just trying to scope their formation. It looks to be a bit of a 4-4-2 for the most part. You might see it shift into a 4-3-3 at times. As Team Ontario look to send a player on a run, and here's Espiro, but he's adjudged to be offside. And that puts an end to that break for Team Ontario. But nice idea from the back line to send Espiro on the run up the near flank. So good pace to this boys U16 match in the opening minutes, as Team Quebec and Team Ontario going head to head, and that ball kept in nicely along the near touchline. But possession turned over, and now it's with Espiro for Team Ontario. He battles through a couple of tackles, but ends up losing possession. As some good footwork there, and dribbling through a slew of tackle attempts was DeLong. Quebec tries switch it up, as that one came off the foot of Shabani, but coming back from an offside position to play it is Albin, so possession turned over and a free kick for Team Ontario. And again, a good quick pace to begin this match. Stevanovic playing it from the free kick, controlled now by Solis, dropping it back to the wing back as Ethel Monroe and Team Ontario moving the ball. They play it back to Monroe after it came off the foot of Bogasat, and now with the keeper. And actually it's Faniel Gunn who's getting the start in goal today for Team Ontario, as Gunn played that out from his box. Now it's controlled by Team Quebec, as El Adib, under pressure, has to play that out, and it'll be a Team Ontario throw-in with 3.5 minutes gone here in the opening half. So far side throw-in as Team Ontario toss in, and Morano kicks it right back to the thrower. Solis has it stripped off his foot, and now Team Quebec trying to break with Albin on it, but it's quickly taken away. That pass will be picked up by Espiro. Tries to chip it forward for Morano, but the pass never found the striker. Now Team Quebec are trying to clear the danger, and they'll win themselves a throw-in. Nice work along the near touchline that time by Mensah. Throw immediately headed right back out, as Monroe not taking chances, and Quebec will have another throw. Early morning start here from the Ontario Soccer Centre, but a good crowd on hand once again from the indoor field house. And the whole event this weekend at the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase, presented by Gatorade Canada, of course the Ontario vs. Quebec series, has been very well attended. All three venues have really had a good turnout, and of course we've gotten some great viewership on the live stream as well. Free kick taken, cross towards the penalty area, immediately headed away from danger. Now it'll be picked up by Ferraro. He lays that over to the far touchline. They play it back to the captain, Ferraro, as he has to go even further back to Eladi. And now it's controlled by DeLong. He goes to the keeper, as Martin played that out. There's a good ball making the run here around the Ontario keeper, and the sharp angle shot cleared off the line. An excellent opportunity for Erlin Shabani, but he couldn't quite find the net with it, as it got cleared off the line by the Ontario defender. And I believe that was Stevanovic who made the clearance. It was a big stop. But now a corner kick to come for Team Quebec, a nice transitional opportunity, as Albin sets up for the outswinger. delivered in, headed on. As El-Adib, the center back, pinching way up to get the header from the corner, but Ontario handled it well defensively, and now Quebec go all the way back inside their own zone to try build an attack once again. Back to the keeper, Martin, checking his options. Plays short. In the middle, they move the ball over to Zelico. It's turned over, and now a chance. Morano, his attempt, that one blocked. As Morano came into the penalty area with a thought of opening the tally here, but his attempt blocked away, and now Quebec once again move it back to the keeper, Martin. Playing it out wide, El-Adib. Working the far flank, checking his options. Tries to send a player on a run. That's headed away by Bogasat. Bit of a battle ensues through the midfield. Nice work there by Gabriel Carvalho, and he'll end up knocking that up the pitch out for a Quebec throw-in. Well, if you're tuned in through the live broadcast, use the live chat feature. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on, and we'll get to some viewer shout-outs throughout the broadcast. As Team Quebec move the ball up and across half, where Zalisco played it off to his teammate Diobate, who got tripped up, but there's no call, and now Team Ontario trying to take advantage of that. As they work the far sideline, Espiro, he started the match on the near side, now he works the far flank, his cross headed away, only as far as Solis, who lets it fly, but that one lacking the accuracy needed, and it's out for a goal kick. Played short from the goal kick, and Team Quebec work it over to Brunet. He has to go back into the middle, and Ferraro does well to handle the bouncing ball before laying it off. Mensah back to Brunet. Julien Brunet playing it up through the midfield. Nice touch as running onto his Ferraro. Plays it over to the far flank. This could be menacing. Team Quebec into the attacking third. The pass off, but a foul called as chopped down there after some good individual work was Albin, and now a free kick to come for Team Quebec from a dangerous spot on the pitch. This one coming from maybe about 23, 24 yards out. Definitely an opportunity to go direct on target here. Right now just Ferraro, actually two players there, Ferraro and Zalisco. But it looks like Ferraro's lining up, three-man wall. Ferraro shoots wide of the post, and actually it was Alvin who took the free kick, excuse me, and the player who was fouled unable to put it on target there. So Quebec unable to take advantage of the free kick set piece opportunity, and now Ontario send a player on a run here into the penalty area. One bounce volley, good save there by Martin as Carvalho created that opportunity. And Team Ontario continuing to switch these attacking wingers. Espiro and Carvalho really love to swap sides, and it makes it tough for them for the defenders to track those guys when they're so interchangeable like that. And that time, Carvalho streaking back to the far flank, making the play. And his volley definitely challenged Alexis Martin. Foul called and a free kick to come here for Team Ontario. As they play it back to the keeper, Gunn. Campbell. Quick touch passing up to the half, but no further because it's intercepted by Diobate, and then a foul committed by the Quebec captain Ferraro, so possession turned over to Team Ontario. Toronto FC is the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the presenting partner for the Ontario Player Development League, the province's youth high performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. Team Quebec working that far flank, and that's how they've generated a few of their opportunities, but a nice combo tackle that time. As coming together was Ian Campbell and Casper Zedenrick, and the two of them stopped the attack that was brewing from Sasha Zelisko. Team Quebec throwing in front of their own bench here. Good long toss as initially headed away by Campbell and last off a Quebec head, so out for an Ontario throw. Alexander Santillan for Team Ontario tosses in for Carvalho. Carvalho battling for possession, but nice work there by Seko Diobate as not only did he win it away from Carvalho, he won his team a throw-in. Team Quebec moving the ball up to half before they peel back. Shabani. Elabid plays into the middle. As that long ball up the far flank, caught by Albin, and now he's got room to run. Albin approaching the penalty area, draws into the middle, further back. Now he lays it off. Picked up as Brunet plays it in towards the goal. Too heavy for a cross, too light for a challenging shot, and an easy save there for Faniel Gunn. But a good build up by Team Quebec, and obviously they're making a point of getting their wing backs involved. As Brunet making that play. Team Ontario can't capitalize on the initial well-played ball as Carvalho's cross intended for Morano picked off. But Team Ontario with possession now. Stefanovic. Check that was Munro who played it back to Gunn. Campbell. They work the far wing. Carvalho. Morano making the run, but that ball a little too deep, and Martin at the edge of his box able to scoop it up. Ferraro, he gets clipped. That's a free kick as the Team Quebec captain had to peel back to get the ball, and in doing so, a bit of a collision there between Espiro and Ferraro. So with the score at 0-0 early here in this match, 14th minute of action, Team Quebec will have a free kick inside their own end. Indecision here from Brunet, leading to some vocal frustration from both squads, and now it's played ahead. The back heel attempt on the nutmeg from Mensah didn't quite work out. Nice battle along the line, and Team Ontario win a free kick thanks to that effort by Matthew Bogasat. So a good battle there. And now the free kick will come for Team Ontario. And they opt to go back to the keeper Gunn with this, who in turn plays it out. Into the middle now, Stefanovic. Back to Munro. Stefanovic playing it to Munro once again, who in turn lays it off to Campbell. Campbell looking up the pitch, trying to find someone making a run, nothing doing. So he goes back to the keeper Gunn. Campbell, once again, trying to spring some motion. Carvalho at the far flank. Instead, he tries to pick Espiro out on the near wing. That one may have gone off of Espiro last, and it does, out for a goal kick. Brunet there supplying the cover for Team Quebec. Deland in the vicinity as well, as now Elabid turns it over, but quickly they retain possession, and they try spring Albin up the far wing. Albin catching the loose ball, checking his options, lays it into the middle. Stepping up to take it was Brunet, now laid off to Ferraro, crossed in along the turf, but that's intercepted. Cleared only as far as Chattel. He takes the long attempt, and that one just sails over the bar. A little bit of a rushed opportunity there. But Team Quebec with some positive momentum, and Team Ontario had to be aware defensively. Gunn playing it to Campbell from the goal kick, who in turn checks it off to Monroe. Into the middle where Zendelik plays it to Campbell. Controlled now by Solis. Atho Monroe sees Carvalho at the far flank. He takes possession but is immediately challenged and loses the ball on the tackle. Eladib's ball was handled by Ferraro only for a moment, and then Team Ontario win themselves a throw-in directly below us, with Bogasat preparing to toss it in. Campbell receiving the pass from Monroe, as now they work it to the far touchline. Carvalho battling there as Santillan sent him the ball. Moreno trying to strip it away. Carvalho does well to win it. Team Ontario trying to capitalize here on this opportunity, but good defensive stance by Eladib, and now Team Quebec looking to transition. That ball sent too far from the runner and easily secured by Campbell. Back to his keeper, Gunn. Checked a little bit, but he had time to send it across the half, and now it's headed down. Team Quebec taking possession by way of Deland. He steps into it. Now it's played back to Ferraro. Touched out wide. And now in turn back to Eladib. Diabate supplying that pass as now Deland looks for his option, sees the space in front of him, takes about 10 yards before trying to send Albin on a run. Initially blocked. Nice hustle, but a bit of a dangerous play in the eyes of the referee by Santillan. And a free kick to come now for Team Quebec. So Adrian Albin stands over top the ball, preparing to take the free kick. 5 white jerseys piling towards the edge of the penalty area, with about 7 red jerseys to defend. Albin plays the ball in. Oh, what a chance! Better save as Guillaume Brunet found himself with the ball maybe about 8 yards out. Didn't fully connect on the shot, maybe laid off a little bit thinking he already had Faniel Gunn beat. And Gunn able to dive to his left and make the stop. It was a volley attempt. He hit it clean from the cross, and that may have been why Brunet couldn't quite get full contact on it. But it's still the best chance of the match so far, no question, and Brunet turned away on the doorstep. Let's see how Ontario respond. Carvalho, his cross, blocked, but he's tracking back, and it'll go for a Team Ontario throw-in. So Faniel Gunn making the save of the match so far on unquestionably the best opportunity to open up the scoring thus far. Team Ontario cross it into the penalty area, knocked down and controlled by Team Quebec now. Brunet, he just had that goal scoring opportunity from that free kick set piece. While the Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec series is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. Gatorade. For more information, visit PepsiCo.ca. Team Quebec working the near touchline, and now a good ball sent in, making the run here. And there's a shot right on, and another big save by Gunn. The rebound, top of the 18, that one over top the net. 2 golden opportunities for Team Quebec. The first coming to Erlin Shabani, and the second to Adrian Albin, but Faniel Gunn darting his leg out to make a tremendous save on the first shot, and then the second attempt from Albin, high over top the goal. Just spectacular keeping right now from Faniel Gunn. Team Ontario trying to get themselves defensively composed as their keeper has bailed them out in the last few moments. Now they try work some offense through Santillan. He makes the pass into the corner intended for Carvalho. That one tracking but didn't quite cross the goal line, so it's out for a throw-in. Santillan. Carvalho, the near option, can't get it cleanly from the throw. Quebec clear it as they make their way up with Shabani. Shabani with one defender to beat as the rest track back. He makes the pass off as Mensa, taking it to the edge of the penalty area, now pulls out with Espiro on him, and Espiro comes away with the ball. Nice work here by Espiro as he gets clipped. Advantage played as Team Ontario continue to work up the field. There's a ball as they try to send Morano on a run, but out of his area came Martin for the clearance. Espiro picking it up now into the attacking third, didn't quite have his stride and it's stripped away. Albin plays it to Ferraro. Tries to cut back to the far flank, finds the man making the run, and he picks him out nicely in Dubate. Lays it off, trying to get it through the scrum. There was Shabani, but he couldn't quite hold on to it, and it's turned over. Team Ontario. Espiro was staying on side, but they thought he was off. And then the pass too far for Carvalho to catch up to. Out for a Team Quebec throw-in. That last chance for Team Quebec actually was Chattel on the ball that just missed out, and now Chattel in pursuit of Santillan as Ferraro picks it up off the bounce. With a man on his back, they go shoulder to shoulder. No call there, as getting clipped a little bit at the end of that, and a free kick awarded as Noah Solis does well to win the shoulder to shoulder battle and then pick up the call for the free kick. So Team Ontario gets set to take the free kick with Monroe on the ball. They'll put 5-6 attacking players towards the edge of the penalty area, looking for reception on the cross. Played in, off one bounce, and Team Quebec able to pick it up as Mensa has it. Tries to send the attacker on a run, but the ball for Shabani out of play. Picked up here by Monroe, plays it over to Campbell. 16 minutes remaining in the first half. As under pressure, Stevanovic did well to turn off the tackle attempt and play the ball through. Monroe tries to send Morano on a run. He receives the ball nicely there, lays it off for Carvalho. Sidestep, right-footed shot, that one just over top the goal. But that's the kind of promising build-up Team Ontario are looking for. A quality ball from Monroe to Morano. He laid it off for Carvalho, and the shot just missing. Team Quebec from the goal kick. LD gives it away. As now Team Ontario trying to build up here as Zendelik plays it ahead for Morano. Can't quite hold his footing as it's controlled now by Stevanovic. Carvalho trying to play it back to Morano. That one intercepted, and Team Ontario have a throw-in. Santillan. Stevanovic back to Santillan. Uses the close man in Zendelik, and now they play it over to Monroe. Near side. Bogasat. Espiro, nice back heel back to Bogasat. He takes the defender on, crosses in. Oh, the ball went right through everybody. Carvalho picks it up at the far corner. Crosses into the penalty area, headed away, only as far as Stevanovic. Tries to step back around the defenders, but that time the ball stripped away by Albin, and now Team Quebec look to break out through the midfield. A little bit of a grab there as Chattel gets grabbed and Tossed to ground, and it'll be a free kick now for the visitors. Wow, great opportunity though for Team Ontario on that low cross from the near side flank. The keeper, Martin, dove out to try and intercept it, missed it. Morano was in the general vicinity, but he couldn't get a foot to it. And as a result, we still remain scoreless. Faniel Gunn playing it out for Ian Campbell. Nice left-footed ball to send Espiro on a run, but that one a little too deep, and Martin will opt to keep it in play, and now he'll scoop it up. Tossing it out. Eladib. Back to Eladib after it was played by Diobate. Diobate misses on that attempt, but it falls to Eladib. Martin tries to switch over for Brunet. He heads on. Mensah took a bit of a knock in making the play, and referee will give the free kick even though Quebec had advantage. Tough break there for Team Quebec. It was a foul, but they did have advantage, so the momentum taken away. Eladib looking up the sideline for an option. Opts to pull back into the middle. Zalisco goes back to the keeper, Martin. As once again, Team Quebec look to work that far flank. The man in Albin would have been called offside, but play continuing on. He never got involved in the play. Chatel lays it off. Chatel inadvertently blocks his own defender's clearance off the foot of Delon, but there's Delon, sure time through the second attempt. And now Team Ontario have it. They try approach the attacking third with the Espiro on the ball. Taken away, good tackle that time by Brunet. Delon stepping up with the space provided. Nice quick 1-2, and this could be menacing. Mensah. His pass picked off. Nice job by Stevanovic. And now Team Ontario actually checked that. It was Zendelik coming through with the interception. Then his pass picked off. Chatel. Mensah. Can't head it on. It's off the head of Bogasat and out for a Team Quebec throw. Ferraro looks to switch it up to the far flank. He's got a player making the run onto it. Albin controls the ball into the penalty area. Takes the defender on, crosses in. Blocked initially, and then the loose ball. A battle for it, and it's picked up by Zalisco. His shot to the near post. Gunn gets down and makes the save. As Faniel Gunn did well to cover that near post on that low shot attempt. Good pressure though by Team Quebec. They continue to work that far flank, that far sideline, and generate chances from wing play. Morano can't quite catch the ball. Mensah will pick it up now. Mensah working the near flank. Mensah into the attacking third, gets around the defender, looking for a cross. He pulls it back. Mensah being dragged, but he's able to lay it off. Brunet, Zalisco, Eladib checking his options, head up, carrying the ball forward, lays it over to Diobate, back to Eladib crosses into the penalty area. Gunn confidently off his line, collects that one in midair. And now clears it with a strong drop kick, and Carvalho will pick it up after the misplay by Eladib. Carvalho trying to get it back here, but it's picked away, and nice work defensively by Diobate. Espiro coming up with possession now for Team Ontario. Right-footed attempt, but Martin not fooled by that one, and he makes the save look easy. Martin. We got some really nice young fans, but no, we can't give you access up here. Sorry, guys. As Quebec play it to the far flank where Eladib picks up the ball, looking for an option. As he lays it, and they quickly return it to Eladib. Making the run here is Albin. Albin tracking on the ball, trying to take on Santillan. Albin. Nothing doing yet. Making the move. Left-footed cross attempt blocked out, but the danger still present as it's played into the middle for Zalisco. He'll turn back, looking for an option at the far sideline, and finds one in Diubate. Now it's pulled back for Eladi. While Ontario soccer values fair play, and we share this common passion with our partners, respect in sport. There's a volley attempt blocked out as the shot coming from Albin. Nice work there by Diubate, crashing through, controls the bouncing ball, but then cleared away by Monroe. Eladi keeping the pressure on, out for a Team Quebec throw-in. We'll get back to that read in just a moment as Team Quebec starting to mount some opportunities here late in the first half. Ontario soccer values fair play, and we share this common passion with our partners from Respect in Sport, the leading e-learning platform for the prevention of bullying, abuse, harassment, and discrimination. Learn more about their programs and start your Respect education journey today at respectgroupinc.com. Team Ontario get a clearance. Look at Martin. He's almost at the half line, and then he trips trying to get back. Fortunately for the Quebec keeper, Espiro couldn't handle the ball cleanly. Now he chips it ahead for Murano, who takes actually the play being called back for the late challenge on Espiro. And Team Quebec will be penalized here. Just a free kick. No card, but a free kick to come now for Team Ontario after Carl Espiro got clipped. Now picked up as Team Ontario looked to play one into the penalty area, far post, but collected confidently that time by Martin. His drop kick off one of the rafters, and we'll get a drop ball here to restart play inside the final 7 minutes of the first half. A little bit of confusion, but the referee's just going to drop it to the keeper, Martin, to allow him to play it out again. If the ball does hit an obstruction from the ceiling, it is supposed to be dropped as an uncontested drop ball to the defending team, the team that is the defending zone, and that is the case there. As Brunet checking his options, plays it back. Delande turned over, and let's see what Team Ontario can do here. Stevanovic with a man all over his back, and there's the foul call as it was Tristan Chattel who lost possession and then trying to wrestle it back, ended up committing the foul, and he'll be cautioned for that. Wow. Surprise. I mean, I guess you could call it a professional foul because if Chattel allows Stevanovic to run, then he's probably in on a bit of a clear break. As we're getting a Team Ontario substitution here, and it'll be Carl Espiro coming out of the match. He took that hard knock a few moments ago. As Team Ontario gets set to take the free kick. Gabriel Carvalho on the ball, a three-man wall setting up defensively as Team Ontario prepare for this set-piece opportunity. Carvalho playing the left-footed cross towards the penalty area, headed away by Eladi, and then Team Quebec see it out through midfield. Mensah pressuring here. Monroe has it picked off his foot, and then his slide tackle attempt on Shabani unsuccessful. Shabani taking it towards the penalty area on the second tackle attempt after the initial one from Monroe. A foul committed with no advantage. The referee whistles it down. A free kick now for Team Quebec. Adrian Mahoney coming into the match for Team Ontario on the substitution with the Spiro, as Team Quebec get set to take the free kick. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first half, and it's Adrian Albin getting ready to supply the cross. Left-footed strike towards the far post, headed in the air by Campbell, and then volleyed on. Nice work there by Mahoney to get the clearance. Eladib goes back to his keeper, Martin. Delande. Team Quebec building up here. Zalisco. Back to Eladib. Touches out wide as it's picked up by Diubate. Check that. That's Mensah who switched over to the far sideline. Nice work by Santillan to win the ball and then win the foul after he got pulled back by Mensah. A little bit of frustration there from Alex Santillan, but he can be proud. He did well and made a strong play on the ball. 0-0 the score here as you're tuned into the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec series presented by Gatorade Canada. It's the boys U16 division. Final match of the weekend for these squads, as it's been an exciting weekend of soccer here at the Ontario Soccer Center. Team Ontario looking to create something late here in the first half as Bogasat plays it back. Getting clipped there was Monroe. And the yellow card's going to come out here to Team Quebec's Erlen Shabani. That's 2 cautions now to Team Quebec. So Shabani into the referee's notebook late here in the first half as Faniel Gunn takes the free kick. Stevanovic into the middle, controlled now by Solis, laying it off as it's picked up by Zendelik. Santillan, Carvalho back to Santillan, but that's intercepted. Nice job by Mensah. Quickly, possession retained by Team Ontario as it's played ahead for Morano. Tries to pick Carvalho. There's a good ball into the area and cleared away at the last second as Casper Zendelik had a bit of a mistouch on the first touch at the top of the 18. And that allowed Guillaume Brunet to clear it out for the corner kick. So Carvalho gets set to take the corner with less than 90 seconds remaining here in the first half, plus any added time. Carvalho delivers the outswinger. Martin off his line to parry it away, a good two-handed punch. And then cleared out for a Team Quebec throw-in as Monroe not taking any chances. Well, the Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec series is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel during halftime. There's a mishit back pass, and Team Quebec trying to take advantage. Well-timed tackle there. It was a hard, clattering tackle by Athol Monroe, and Erlen Shabani took the worst of that. No foul, as Monroe definitely got to the ball first, but Shabani, good to see him back under his own power because that was a tough, clattering tackle there. Shabani thought that he could get to it first and break in all alone, but a big goal-saving tackle that time by Monroe. Second throw-in opportunity now as Diubate plays it in for Mensah. Juggling the ball, he settles it down, looks for a passing option. Diubate crosses in on the one-time attempt. Chattel, Brunet, as now Team Ontario look for a counter. Martin out of his net, heading it. Good heads-up keeping that time as Eladib takes possession. Team Ontario win it back as Mahoney lays it off, and well, they can't quite connect beyond that as it's picked up by Delande, who goes back to his keeper Martin. Right-footed ball up the pitch. Shouldn't be too much added time here in the half as Eladib playing it forward. We did have 2 cautions though. And there's one of the men who picked one up, and Shabani on the ball here. He's created chances, sends a good ball in. Volley attempt. What a save by Gunn! Oh my goodness! That was on a tee for Sasha Zelusko. And he put the right-footed volley into that. Hit it perfectly, and that'll end the half. Nathaniel Gunn putting on a goaltending clinic right now as he's made 3 phenomenal saves in the half. And that's a big reason why we are scoreless at the break. Folks, stay tuned. Second half action coming up next as you're tuned in to the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec Series presented by Gatorade Canada.
It begins with a ball. 2 teams, 2 nets, that ball, and a love of everything between the lines. But the game is more. The game is you giving every last breath to finish the sprint. The game is that last ounce of strength that pours out of you as you stretch to save your team. The game is questioning yourself over and over again until you find a way forward. Your personal best today is your challenge for tomorrow. Giving everything now is only knowing how much further you can go. The laces we tighten are the ones that bind us together. Entering the huddle as a player and leaving as a team. Play because you love it. Inspire because it's in you. Unite because it's in us. Ontario Soccer.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you never could have predicted? Will it be frightening or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you as you write your tomorrow. And we will protect you when you get there. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift. And we want you to be ready for it.
The Active Start course is for anyone involved in soccer who wants to better support a child ages 3 and 4 years old. Those taking the course will learn how to engage children through soccer with age-appropriate, fun and safe soccer activities. The aim of these soccer activities is to become familiar with a soccer ball while being in a child-friendly environment and connecting with a significant adult in their life. Come be a part of helping kids fall in love with the game. The C License course is the first step into the Canada Soccer Coaching License stream. This course will take you towards all of the Canada Soccer Coach licenses. You will learn the role of the coach, how to plan a session safely, use coaching methodology to provide feedback to players and improve their decision making. Entry to this course requires a Learn to Train or Soccer for Life. This is a major step for coaches to help their players develop to higher levels of the game in Canada. The Learn to Train course is for people who want to take the first step towards becoming a trained coach in Ontario. This is one of the courses that will teach you training activities in small-sided games for U9 and U12 girls and U10 and U12 boys. Coaches who successfully complete Learn to Train, along with other required courses of Make Ethical Decisions, Respect in Sport, and Making Headway, will be qualified to train at the recreational and development level. This is the start for any coach to understanding all areas of long-term player development. Video 10, Analytical Activity, Creating Space. This video will demonstrate the importance of an analytical activity and how to create one based on the area of the field you are working within.
Okay boys, so we're going to look at an analytical activity here. We're going to look at creating space. So the ball's going to start with our neutral player. So we have two neutral players on either end. Neutral player is going to play in to a green player to receive the ball to start with and freeze. The green players are now going to look to either combine together, so could you play him the ball? Okay, and then we're looking to score by getting the ball to our neutral player. Once the ball's gone into that neutral player, greens is still in possession. Can you get the ball, greens? And freeze. If the orange win the ball, so you play the ball to there, okay, they've won it. Now orange are in possession, play to a neutral player, and now we'll start again. So orange are now in possession to score a point. Can you receive the ball? Combined. Can you get it to the neutral? And freeze. If the ball goes out of the field, let's grab a ball that's around the area, grab the closest ball, and we'll start the game with a passing. Ball to me. Any questions? Neutral player starts with a ball. You can play to the team of your choice. Play.
In this analytical activity, we will be working on how to coach players to create space. The coach will use an activity to demonstrate how to properly teach players to create space using interventions and a variety of coaching methodology.
That's an orange ball. Orange restart. Freeze. Stand still. Okay, ball back into the neutral player. So at the moment, okay, orange, we're on a pretty straight line. Okay, what's your name? Danny's gone short. So if Danny's gone short, how do you think, what would be a good option for you? To go long, good. So as Danny's gone short, I'm looking for you to stretch the field here. And I just want you to get on the dark side of our green player here. So now he's got to turn and look at you. But now if you've come out here, okay, so I've started in here. Danny, go back to where you were. Okay, Danny goes short, I go long. Okay, now you've got two options. Could you play to Danny, who's tight, or could you play, can I step in for me? Could you play to my back foot there to allow me to then penetrate into there? Let's go back in there. Let's give that a go. So we're just gonna
All right, soccer fans, let's get you set for the second half kickoff here as you're tuned into the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec series presented by Gatorade Canada. And we've got at least one substitution to report. Team Quebec have changed up their goaltender. Xavier Ruel takes over for Alexis Martin. Martin had a good first half, but we'll see how that impacts things here for Team Quebec with the keeper change. Thank you to Ontario soccer partner Soccer X for their first class support. As Canada's premier soccer apparel and equipment dealer, Soccer X has everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit soccerx.com to check out the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. It's the boys under 16 division here at the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec series presented by Gatorade Canada. And we'll begin the second half with these two teams deadlocked 0-0. Use the live chat feature. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on. We'll get to some viewer shoutouts throughout the rest of the game. But Team Ontario gets set to kick us off to begin the second half of action. And it looks like Team Ontario have made a goaltending change as well, from what I can see. As it appears, Malachi Domfrey now in the match. So both teams opting to switch their keepers here. Yeah, Faneuil Gunn now out of this game, and man, was he ever critical for Team Ontario, especially in those last stages of the first half where Gunn made a number of big saves, but that last one to end the half was truly spectacular. So fresh goalkeepers for both teams here, and from what I can tell at least, that seemingly is the only changes to note for now. Well, actually, Josh Crete into the match for Team Ontario as well, as he takes over a backline position. They've also brought in Eric Pop, so Team Ontario making a few changes at the half that I've spotted so far. As they move the ball back, and Monroe looks to play it up for Mahoney, but that's defended, and a bit of a high boot there from Monroe, so it'll be a free kick for Team Quebec. Free kick comes, delivered across the half, and on a couple of bounces it finds its way to Crete. He opts to go back to his keeper, Domfrey, who in turn plays it back to Crete. Near touchline where Carvalho, now in a more defensive midfielding role, takes possession. Zendelik. Monroe back to Zendelik, the two exchange, and now Monroe has it again. He goes to his keeper Domfrey as he plays it out for Crete. Crete looking for a switch option, tries to send it over intended for Mahoney, but the delivery not quite there. And now Team Quebec transitioning through the midfield with Ferraro. Nice attempt on the back heel, but Zalisco was unable to deliver the return pass to Ferraro, and now Team Ontario start to build up. Crete uses the short option. Carvalho closed down immediately. They move it to Crete, who in turn goes back to the keeper, Domfrey. Malachi Domfrey lays that over to Monroe. Touch forward as it's controlled by Stevanovic. He sends Mahoney on a run, and he'll catch this ball after one bounce. Mahoney spinning towards the middle. Nice footwork, lays it off. There's the one-timer. Big save, big rebound. Second huge save, third chance, and they hammer it home. No quit, full reward. The goal scored by Jaden Pinnock. His first touch of the match, and it's in the back of the net. That's how you get it done. A couple of big saves leading to the goal. Full credit to Xavier Ruel, who made the first two saves, and those were huge saves. But the third rebound popping out, and no doubt about it, finished off by Jaden Pinnock, and Team Ontario have the 1-0 lead. Under 5 minutes played here in the second half. That's a statement to begin the half by Team Ontario. Well, we wondered how the goalkeeping changes might impact this match, and through no fault of the keeper for Team Quebec, Ruel, because he made two phenomenal saves before the goal. But sure enough, on his first real flurry of action, conceding, and it's Pinnock who has Ontario in front, and now they're trying to secure possession, but Team Quebec strip it away. Eladib. Under pressure here, nice job by Brunet. Actually, check that, that was Delande. Now it's with Brunet. Delande switching it over. Eladib has an option checking to an Albin, and he uses him. Albin dribbling backwards, and now he lays it off. Delande passing ahead, received, and Julian Nguyen gets fouled, and it'll be a free kick for Team Quebec as they prepare to make a substitution here. So it looks like Sasha Zeliksko will come out of the match, as he had a couple of really A+ opportunities to open the scoring in the first half. But for the time being, Zeliksko to the bench for Team Quebec. As coming in as his replacement, Vincenzo Reali. Cross in, Reali got ahead to it, but couldn't quite get full power. It was actually more so deflected by the Ontario defender and easily scooped up by the keeper, Domfrey. Stevanovic, Crete. Stevanovic back to the keeper, Domfrey. As he lays that one off. Monroe Long ball up the pitch, too far for anyone in a red jersey, and easily secured by Quebec's goaltender Ruel. He pulls it out. Eladib did well to catch up to it after it got away from him. The pass now picked off. Nice footwork there by Zendelik. Plays it into the middle, but too far for Morano to catch it. Pass getting away from Reali. As Team Ontario have it now with Casper Zendelik. He plays the ball intended for Mahoney, now picked up by Morano. Zendelik. Crete. Carvalho back to Crete. Keeping it controlled, keeping it within their range, not forcing as Monroe. Eventually it makes its way to Crete. Carvalho. Stevanovic, nice little 1-2 here as the goal scorer Pinnick plays it back to the midfielder who makes the run up, and Team Ontario have themselves a throw-in. Head coaches for these teams: Bijan Azizi, the head coach for Team Ontario; Ramin Mohammadi, assistant Gerald Pennant and Anton Hackett, the other coaches on the bench; Francisco Vela, the head coach for Team Quebec; Adrian Mufflet, Giuseppe Marino, Marco Turins, and Joseph Bondic, the remainder of the technical staff for Team Quebec. As Team Ontario moving the ball around here and into the middle where Stevanovic takes it. Left-footed strike from distance, that headed away as Delande got in the way of that attempt. Loose ball picked up by Morano. Carvalho. Crete tries to pick out Pinnick, who did well to keep that ball in play. Team Ontario holding possession. Crete trying to switch it up to Mahoney as Brunet just misplayed it, but he didn't quite touch it, so throw in to Quebec. Mahoney reacting to that instead of continuing the run. Probably would have caught it if he kept the run. But Mahoney has had a good impact in the game. There he's battling for possession, and he times that slide tackle beautifully. Well done that time by Adrian Mahoney. And then his teammate pays the price with a subsequent tackle, and Casper Zendelik, who gets the retaliatory tackle on him from the captain Ferraro. Zendelik able to pop back to his own feet, and he'll continue on here. Ferraro drawing a word from the referee, but seemingly nothing more. And a free kick to come for Team Ontario. Well, Toronto FC is the official founding premier partner of Ontario soccer, as well as the presenting partner for the Ontario Player Development League, the province's youth high performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. Team Ontario trying to hold possession here after that free kick as it's picked up by Stevanovic. Crete. Carvalho goes all the way back to the keeper and Malachi Domfrey. Domfrey playing it out to Monroe, who in turn sends a great ball ahead for Pinnick. He tries to volley it forward, but that too hard to be a pass for Pop, too light to be a shot threatening the keeper. And now Quebec back out on the transition. Stripped away at midfield, but picked up by Reali after Delande had his run cut short. Eladib taking the space given to him, and now he lays it off for Reali. Ubate, his pass intercepted, but then the subsequent attempt from Stevanovic also picked off. Ubate, back to the keeper. As it was played out by Ruel, they quickly play it back to him. Xavier Ruel, Yassine Eladib, Over to the far flank where it's controlled by Deland. He in turn plays back into the middle for Eladi. His pass blocked and out of play. That attempt by Anthony Morano. So a throw in for Team Quebec just inside the attacking side of half. Ferraro playing it back into their own defensive end. Eladi. Back to the keeper, Ruel. Looking up the pitch for an option, and he sends it as far as Brunet. Under pressure. Team Quebec cough it up. Mahoney tries to spin over it. Does well to win the ball back after the challenge, and then he's clipped down by Brunet. And a free kick now for Team Ontario in front of their own bench. So Morano, that's Monroe, who gets set to take the free kick. Carvalho creeping in as a late option here on a switch. Keep an eye on that. Monroe delivers a good ball into the penalty area. Headed on by Morano, right on target, but easy work there for the keeper, Ruel. He was positioned soundly and safe hands plucked that out of midair. Still, nice work by Team Ontario on the free kick. And that Monroe to Morano connection continues. And now here's a chance. One bounce volley, big parry save by Ruel. As looking skyward was Eric Pop. He can't believe he didn't pop that one in on the chance. But he better stay in tune because Team Ontario trying to wrestle it back. And now they do have possession. Stevanovic ahead for Mahoney. He turns, tries to make a play. Ball stays with Mahoney, and now he lays it backwards as Bogasat plays it back to Monroe. Under pressure, nice little 1-2 here. Bogasat picking up the pass from Zendelik. Mahoney taking it down from his chest after Pop played it up. Nice work there by Mahoney to dribble through a phone booth, but then, man, he had his pocket picked and clipped and no call, and possession turned over, and that's an easy call for the referee with Morano getting his legs in on Albin, and now a trio of substitutions to come for Team Quebec as Shabani, Diubate, and Ferraro will all come out of the match for the time being. Ferraro hands off the captain's armband, and for the now it'll be worn by Sacha Deland. Danley Felix, one of the three substitutes coming into the match, along with Olivier Mantha. I believe Julian Nguyen, yes, Nguyen back into the match now. So Quebec make the trio of changes, and on the first touch there, Albin unable to corral it. Emilio Lasserre. There's Nguyen with the slide tackle attempt, misses on it. Morano taking it forward, but he couldn't quite feed it through. Zendelik finds the overlap option. Nice run in Bogasat, crossing to the near side. Pinnock unable to get to it, defended well there by the Quebec player just coming into the match. And now he's got it once again as the good ball played ahead by Felix. Well read defensively, picked off, and then Felix committing the foul on the back of Crete. So possession turned over, free kick for Team Ontario. As we approach the midway mark of the second half here in the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec series presented by Gatorade Canada. It's the boys U16 division. Final match of the weekend for these guys, as Team Ontario maintaining a 1-0 lead right now. Good switch, trying to pick out Mahoney. This time he rubs off the challenge and continues the run to pick up the loose ball. Brunet trying to pin him in the corner. Mahoney plays it off the Quebec defender and out for an Ontario throw-in. From the throw, Mahoney taking it to the corner once again. Flag goes up, that's out, and offside there called against Mahoney. Team Quebec Quebec played short from the free kick to the keeper Ruel, who in turn goes out for Eladi. Touching ahead, well read that time by Zendelik for the interception, working the near touchline. Tries to play into the middle, Pop can't quite hold that ball, and now it's taken away. As back to the keeper Ruel from Felix, who made the interception. Bogasat, nice little rainbow there from Mahoney as he tries to continue the volley, but Reali there for the interception. Now Morano strips it away from the effort of Nguyen. Loose ball through the midfield as Lasserre pulling his man back. Referee allowing them to play on. Mantha. Nguyen back to Delon. Mantha. Quick touch from Brunet back to Mantha. His pass nearly intercepted, but it pops over to Nguyen. He feeds a good ball through, staying on side. There's the shot attempt. Maybe rushed a little bit there by Emilio Lasserre, but wide of the post and out for a goal kick. So Domfrey plays it short from the goal kick. And now Crete plays the ball up the flank where it's blocked and possession turned over. Delon playing ahead as Albin tries to hit the man in stride, making the run in Felix, but defended well by Crete, knocked out for the throw-in. And a substitution to come here for Team Quebec. They will switch Guillaume Brunet out of this match as they prepare to take the throw-in into the attacking third. From the throw, Quebec holding possession here. Mantha playing it back, Elabi. Eladi makes the move around the first challenge, loses the ball on the second attempt, and now Pinnock tries to play it up for Morano to run onto. But it's handled defensively by Nguyen. Ruel with a bit of a miss hit as he played the pass out. And now Mahoney trying to track it down, and he does so. Zendelik picks it up. Tries to needle the pass through as Pop ran onto it, but coming off his line and collecting that was the Quebec keeper, Xavier Ruel. Team Quebec moving the ball up the far touchline, keeping it in play, and now they've got it. And this could be menacing as they try switch over to the near flank. Albin running onto it, picks up the ball down at the goal line, tries to track back out front, makes the pass. Reali's shot block. Second attempt, they score! Nathan Baudry, his first real attempt in this match, and Baudry with the fist pump celly because he knows that was a big goal to draw Quebec even. As the horns sound below us, the Quebec fans in attendance applaud the goal. The initial shot from Reali was blocked by the defender, but it popped right out and straight to the foot of Baudry, who hammered that home. And we are all square 1-1 midway through the second half. Quebec making a substitution here as Eladib comes out of the match. And Baudry, who I believe was the player substituted in just moments before, it was Baudry who came on the pitch, and his first touch in this game ends up in the back of the net. So how about that? 2 second half substitutes, one from Quebec, one from Ontario, both making immediate impacts with their first touches as Baudry gets the goal for Quebec. And don't forget, Jaden Pinnock with his first touch of the game for Team Ontario scored as well. So we are all square 1-1. And a reminder that Sports Engine is the official technology partner of Ontario Soccer and the leading provider of sport relationship management software for youth and amateur sports. Check out sportsengine.com/solutions to see how they can help keep your club running in stride on and off the pitch this season. Well, these two teams played to a 1-1 draw yesterday, and right now the score replicated here in the third game of this series. But Team Ontario trying to press, and maybe retain the lead after giving it up just moments ago. Loose ball through the midfield, battling for it. Nice job there by Zendelik. He gets pulled back, and that'll be a free kick now for Team Ontario. And a chance to potentially play across into the penalty area here. They opt to play it short. Carvalho. Now he crosses, looking for someone. Headed on by Mahoney, but easy save that time for the keeper, Ruel. That ball out of touch. It'll go for an Ontario throw-in. As Mahoney playing it in, a bit of a push on the back of Pop, nothing doing. As Delon holding it in, and now controlled by Diubate. Into the middle, Nguyen with a wild sliding challenge and a little too uncontrolled in the eyes of the official. It's a free kick for Team Ontario. And this one will come from maybe about 28 yards out and almost direct center to goal. So this is a big set piece opportunity now for the home squad to try and make a positive impact here and retake the lead. It'll be the goal scorer Pinnock right now lining up to take the free kick. A three-man wall sets up defensively. Stevanovic also in the vicinity for the kick, but body language indicates Pinnock. Let's see, Stevanovic maybe. He does, left-footed strike, but didn't get over top of it, and that's out for a goal kick. Team Quebec taking possession here with Danley Felix on the ball. Nearly had it stripped away. Felix crashing into Stevanovic. Now Team Quebec have it out with Nguyen. Looking to break here in the transition, and a good ball fed ahead. Reali running on, but that's met by the slide tackle of Crete, and that seems to be the end of the chance for Quebec, as now Bogasat tries to speed up the flank. Bogasat does well to win the ball back. And now Stevanovic through the middle of the pitch. Left-footed, ball playing ahead. He thought about taking a cracker from distance, but opted to lay it off. And now it's a throw-in for Team Ontario. Pop, two players on his pack as Eric Pop tries to fight through the tackles and once again knocked out for another Ontario throw-in. Carvalho tosses in. Nice back heel by Pop. Ends up going off of Pop and out for a goal kick. Good defensive work that time by Delon. One the score here in the boys under 16. Final match of their series of the 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs Quebec series presented by Gatorade Canada. Sacha Delon taking the ball ahead, makes the pass forward as Lasserre had it picked away. Monroe tried to feed it ahead for Murano. Bouncing ball, Felix gets ahead to it. Second attempt by Pinnock, and that wild volley, never threatening target. A bit more of an overcast day here today as we're coming to you live from the Ontario Soccer Centre Indoor Field House in Vaughan, Ontario, just north of Toronto. It's been a beautiful weekend, sunshine and warm temperatures, but I think today we definitely got the better deal being inside as opposed to being outside. Ruel. Good goal kick across the half, headed on by Reali, but that one out of touch for a throw-in. A little more than 15 minutes remaining in the match as these two teams battle it out for the third time this weekend. Mahoney spinning away from the challenges, but he's met by a trio of Quebec players, and maybe somewhat predictably he loses possession. Then Team Quebec give it right back, only to wrestle it back. Nice job there by Nguyen. Trying to work up the far touchline. He gets hauled down, and that was a tough collision, and Julian Nguyen looks to have gotten something twisted up in the heap there, and he's probably going to need to be changed out. Hopefully nothing serious. As Nguyen still down on turf, but he might actually be okay to continue on here. We'll find out. Nguyen trying to walk it off. He does seem to be okay. Nice sportsmanship there between the two players. Stefanovic, who committed the foul, goes over and gives Nguyen the high five. So a free kick to come here for Team Quebec, and good to see Nguyen stay in the match. They play it short, picked up here. There's a shot, and that one over top the net. That was a set play from the set piece. And it generated an opportunity for Quebec's goal scorer, Baudry. However, that time, unlike his first strike on target, didn't quite have the accuracy needed to challenge the keeper Domfrey. A very cheeky set-piece play, though, as they used the short pass to spring basically a wide-open break for Baudry. Team Ontario didn't catch it up till it was too late. Unfortunately for them, the shot high and wide. That ball ricocheting off the match official, so they'll blow it down and restart with an uncontested drop ball to give Team Ontario possession. Crete looking up the pitch for a long ball option, delivers it forward, but initially blocked. Now Eric Pop comes back to take it. Carvalho into the middle, Stefanovic over to the far side. Monroe tries to switch back to the near wing. Pinnock, quick touch intended for Pop. Nice 1-2. Pinnock running back, but offside as AR1's flag goes up. Tough break there for Team Ontario. So Ruel gets set to take the restart, but before we do, a substitution coming for Team Quebec. As Albin comes out of the match, somewhat surprisingly. And Ferraro comes back into play. And he immediately receives the ball from the free kick off a judged Ontario player and out for a Quebec throw-in. Felix tosses in as Reale running onto it, tracks the ball, but Monroe gets in his way. Monroe tight to the goal line, does well not to concede the corner, and then Carvalho hammers it up the pitch with the left-footed clear. Pop playing it down for Morano. He feeds a ball for Mahoney to run onto. He's got space here. Mahoney catches up to it, tries to dance his way through the defenders, two of them there stopping the progress of Mahoney, and now he draws it back for Stefanovic. 11 minutes remaining in the match. Carvalho, left-footed cross into the penalty area, headed on, and what a goal! Are you kidding me? That was masterful! A thing of beauty! Carvalho with the left-footed cross. Eric Pop runs onto it, and the slightest of touches from Eric Pop. And he smiles to the camera knowing that he has put Ontario in front in the final 10 minutes of this match. Wow, what a play there from Eric Pop and Team Ontario as they take the lead here, 2-1. No chance for the keeper, Ruel, who could just only watch the ball go over him and dip into the back of the net. Truly phenomenal execution there on the cross and finish. The cross from Carvalho, the goal for Pop. And Team Ontario are up 2-1 here in the boys U16 2022 Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec Series presented by Gatorade Canada. Well, for more than 50 years, check that, the Provincial Xcel Showcase Ontario vs. Quebec Series is fueled by Gatorade. Through its 55-year history, Gatorade has had a singular focus on driving athletic performances. There's a shot right on, but easily turned aside that time by Ruel. Yes, it's true. Gatorade has had a singular focus on driving athletic performance through ingredients that are backed by science, tested and proven over countless hours in the lab and on the field. For more information, visit PepsiCo.ca. Team Quebec trying to advance the ball through the half, but they turn it over on the throw-in, which is taken by Bogasai. Mahoney. Mahoney has had such a positive impact in this game for Team Ontario since coming into play. And he was really a big part of why that goal turned out to be what it was. Remember, he chased down that ball moments prior, and on the switch they found Carvalho, who in turn played it over to Pop. He popped it in the back of the net to give Ontario the 2-1 lead. 8.5 minutes remaining here as Monroe plays it ahead now. Stefanovic receiving it. Zendelik supplying the initial pass. Now it bounces to Pop. Right-footed volley, and that one curls wide, dipping away from the post and out for a goal kick. Reali ran over to the Quebec bench as if he needed an equipment or a change or something, but nothing more, and now he's back in play, actually switching positions with Ferraro as he sends the captain, Ferraro, into the more central attacking position. Making a run onto it, but Domfrey off his line collects that one calmly. Malachi Domfrey rolls it out, and now it's controlled by Crete. Josh Crete stays in play. Nice work by Carvalho, who assisted on that go-ahead goal. And now Felix comes up with it for Team Quebec. Good work there that time by Delon to carry it ahead. Now picked up. Good touch passing. Ferraro makes the return pass to Delon. Draws it back to the top of the 18. Controlled left-footed strike gets blocked as teeing that shot attempt up was Kabwe Mengwe, but he couldn't quite find it through the defensive block of Bogasai. Once again, Team Quebec trying to build up here. Right-footed attempt, that one high, wide, and well, good confidence from Andre Adam Kabwe Mwenge, but he couldn't find the target with either of his two attempts. 6.5 minutes remaining. Ontario lead 2-1. Goal kick coming here. That's Domfrey. Plays it short to Crete. Crete working the near side. Stefanovic goes down. He has to go back. Monroe under pressure, clearing it only as far as Nguyen. Picked up as Team Quebec pressing for an equalizer, and they'll get a free kick opportunity after Olivier Mantha was hauled down and the yellow card comes out. As I believe it's Stefanovic who's been booked here. But more concerning for Team Ontario is conceding a free kick from this position on the pitch. And those rowdy Quebec fans in attendance start to blow the horns to try amp their team on here. So a free kick for Team Quebec late in this match. And it's their captain, Liam Ferraro, over top the ball. Four-man wall setting up defensively. Quebec put a player in the wall as well. As this free kick almost directs center to goal, and from maybe 24 yards out, if that. Ferraro. Right-footed strike, off the wall, loose ball. Handball, penalty kick! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Wow, what a turn of events here. Oh, no doubt about it. Right call by the match official. The player in the wall definitely extended their arm out. And the handball calls acutely spotted by the referee. And now Ferraro goes from a free kick opportunity to a penalty kick opportunity to tie this match. Liam Ferraro. Malachi Domfrey, the keeper for Team Ontario. Referee wants the players in proper positioning. Here's Ferraro. Penalty kick. Right-footed strike, and he buries that! And this match is tied at 2. While the Ontario players, Monroe specifically, doesn't like this call, he might have been the player to extend the arm in the wall. But Team Quebec take full advantage of the opportunity, and Liam Ferraro, the captain for Team Quebec, gets the goal from the penalty spot. And this match now square 2-2 with just 3.5 minutes remaining in the second half. Let's see how Team Ontario respond after that crazy turn of events. Ferraro. And remember, he only came back into the match moments prior after getting a bit of a respite, and that seems to have paid massive dividends for Team Quebec. And there's a foul and a free kick as Eric Pop, who had the go-ahead goal, now gets dragged down. So we'll see if Team Ontario can capitalize on this set-piece chance. Carvalho, he assisted on the goal scored by Pop. And right now, he's the lone Ontario player over top the ball for the free kick. A three-man wall sets up defensively as Carvalho delivers the cross to the far post. There was an opportunity on the volley, but mishit that time by the defender, Crete. As the left back stepped up into the attacking position, but just couldn't quite connect cleanly to put that attempt on target. Ruel preparing to take the goal kick. Headed on by Pinnock. Controlled by Pop. Stevanovic playing ahead for Mahoney to run onto. Ruel just got to it in time, with Mahoney nearly getting the flick. Ruel sending the troops up the pitch, but he mishits the drop kick. Morano there for a partial interception, but then wrestled back by Nguyen. Felix. His ball picked off. Controlled now by Stevanovic. Bogasat. Nice ball to find Morano making the run. Morano tries to chip it over to Pop. That's broken up. Nguyen there. Team Quebec gaining possession through the midfield, but they give it away. Carvalho read that beautifully. Pinnock back to Carvalho. Gabriel Carvalho making the run up the near sideline, but a well-timed slide tackle there. And that puts an end to the chance for Team Ontario. They get the ball back into the midfield. Nguyen trying to track it down. Stevanovic comes up with it. He's clipped, and the referee calls it back with no advantage. So a free kick now for Team Ontario. My goodness, the drama that we're seeing here late in this U16 boys match, as it was Adriel Bodrick Njoku Nacha who made the nice slide tackle in the corner on Carvalho, but then that time on the tackle attempt called for the foul. Three-man wall sets up defensively. Team Ontario prepared to take the free kick. Maybe about 24 yards out. There's the shot attempt, and unable to curl it on goal was Kasper Zendelik, but a nice idea with that attempt. Just didn't quite get the accuracy. Team Quebec playing it out. Final minutes of this match. There can't be too much added time, but let's see what Quebec do with it as they send the ball ahead, and making the run was Lesser, but he couldn't get to it ahead of Crete, and it's knocked out for a Team Quebec throw-in. Referee checking with his assistants, and he checks his watch. No indication of how much added time, but I would expect probably about 2 minutes. As Team Quebec prepare to take a throw in here late in this match. Monroe there with the block defensively for Team Ontario, and now they send the ball ahead for Pop. He's making the run out of the area, comes Ruel for the clearance, and that'll track out for a Team Ontario throw-in. Carvalho trying to hustle it forward. Pop has it pop off his thigh, and then out for a Team Quebec throw-in. Headed on, nice work there by Team Quebec. As they chip it ahead, and now Felix making a run up the near side flank. Loses the ball there to Monroe, nearly got it back. And out for a corner kick. Wow. Monroe's got to be careful here. That's a caution. And frustration setting in now for Team Ontario. After giving up the equalizer late on a penalty kick call that initially may have been seemingly controversial, but on second look, no question about it, the arm of the defender in the wall definitely protruding out, and that'll do it. They won't even get the corner in. Wow, referee blows his final whistle. Team Quebec, Team Ontario battle it out, and for the second time in as many days, they tie. The final score in this match, 2-2. Well, for more than 50 years, Nothers the Award Store has been a leading supplier of awards and recognition products across Ontario. Contact them at nothers.com to find out more about their Team It Up initiative to save your soccer organization money this season. Folks, thanks for tuning in, and a big thank you again to our proud partners for today's event. Our broadcast partners and the official sports fuel of the Ontario Soccer Provincial Xcel Series, Gatorade. Our premier partners, Toronto FC, as well as Respect in Sport, Soccer X, Sports Engine, and Nothers, the award store. Folks, we've got one more game coming up. Kickoff time set for 11:45 a.m. and we finish off the weekend series with the girls under 18 division. But the final score in this one, 2-2 between Ontario and Quebec from the boys U16. Folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you one more time.